It's my pleasure to brief in. Yamuna ma'am is a multifaceted personality. Apart from her academic duties as an assistant professor, Madam is a very famous blogger, content writer, and motivational speaker too. For her credit, she has published 2 book chapters, and published many research articles in English language and literature. Even in her school, college days itself, she acted as a student editor in Avinashalingam University magazine entitled Evolve, Elevate, Entrepreneur in You in the year 2014. Not only this, she has earned so many prizes during her college days. As we have this multi-talented person with us as a resource person, I'm sure that this session is going to be a thought-provoking one. So with these words, I'm signing off. Thank you very much for it.
Ma'am, can you hear us, ma'am? Sridevi, ma'am? Sridevi, ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am? Thank you very much, ma'am, for introducing the resource person. So I hope that the connection is good and clear. Imana, ma'am, can you hear us? Imana, ma'am, can you hear us? Now, is it possible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now it's possible, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Very good afternoon to the participants, and I would like to start the session with as ma'am said, it is like we have to be grateful, and I'm really grateful to SRM Institute Ramapuram campus and to Sangeeta Priya ma'am, because from the beginning she was a very cool person, and I even I can see the insight she has as a person. So it was very nice to coordinate with you, ma'am. And I would like to thank the head of the department, Rama ma'am, and also the another coordinator, ma'am. So this is a very good opportunity for me as well as for you to know more about creative writing. So today we are not only going to just listen, or I'm not going to talk. We are going to work together. And actually yesterday I attended yesterday's session, and I was very much surprised to see such a wonderful participants, because mostly when we attend some webinar or everything, people will be impatient. They'll get distracted, and they'll constantly ask for feedback forms. But what I observed from this set of participants is they are really patient and very attentive. So I really feel blessed to start the session. So today, first let me share the screen. Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay. So just give me a moment. So today's topic is creative writing in digital era. So we all know that we live in 21st century, and which is called as Gen Z, Generation Z. So we have everything in our hand with our smartphones, laptops, and normally even the time we spend for sleep is reduced to 6 hours, and the time we spend on our gadgets has just extended to 12 to 16 hours based on a person's profession and their personal interest. So that is why I chose this topic, and this will be helpful for you to create your own blogs and your own pages and to exhibit your talent in creative writing. So here. So let us start with what is creative writing. See, creative writing is textually communicating the ideas of a writer via imagination and creativity. So when we say it is writing, we communicate through writing, and also we use imagination and creativity. And here, the most important thing is like a creative writer is free to choose anything. So we all want freedom. So freedom is the key. We are free to do whatever we want. I can choose any genre and I can write whatever I feel like writing. No one will come and stop me, or no one will come and criticize me for whatever I'm writing. So here I get the freedom which I won't get in the reality. So here I can create my own world and I can stay peacefully and I can create my own content and it will be a comfort zone. So let us see. Okay, why do we need creative writing? And some people may doubt whether can we have a career with creative writing? Yes, of course we can. And why? Why do we need creative writing? So creative writing is a best hobby for some people, and it is the best profession also. So creative writing can be used for profession, and it is a hobby which will not disturb or distract anybody. And it kindles the imagination and it keeps the mind and soul active. And then it is ventilation of thoughts. Sometimes we won't feel like talking to someone, or we will have heavy feelings, or we'll feel happy for something, but we won't be able to share it with people. But if we have writing as a hobby, we can ventilate our thoughts, we can express our emotions without any restrictions, and we can enhance our vocabulary. And the most importantly, as people of this age, we should need observation, problem solving, and communication skills. So when you create a character and when you just write an innovative novel or poetry, you will create a problem and you will find a solution in that. So it will just make you increase your problem solving skills. And then it is a sense or source of relief. So whenever it is a bad day, and you just pick your journal, and if you write whatever happened to you or whatever upsetted you, then you will feel happy and you will feel content. There's a sense of relief that you will get nowhere, but only through this. And it's a therapy. So we know that this lockdown and the pandemic had, it has made a lot of difference in our lives, but it is a therapy. So even there are so many people, those who use writing as a therapy to just ventilate and come out of all the diseases, or even mental illness and mental confusions they have. So here I'm moving to the next slide, which is the interesting part. I say this is activity number 1. So this is a Google form. I will post the Google form in the chat box, and what you can do is like, please just click on the link and fill the form. So there I've asked your name, and I've asked for, and I've given you some activities. Let us see what it is. Can you access the form?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay, ma'am. So see, there is a reason for this Google form concept, because when I get your response, and in the end of the session, I've created a separate blog for our session. I'll just show you how to just post the how to just post your writing in the blog. So if it is yours, you can preserve it, because just listening to something and leaving off is, I don't want that. I just want you to preserve this as a memory. So I'll do that. I'm ready with all the templates. Once you all respond, we'll go on with that in the end. So please fill in this, your email, name, and your designation, or if you're a student, you can give your year. Just a moment. Yes. And here comes the activity. So I've named this activity as capture the image in words. So here I've given some 8 images. You can choose any one image, or you can choose any number of images. If you're a very fast writer, you can write for all 8. Or if you're very slow, if you want to take your time, think and then write, you can choose any one image and you can just write your observation there. So this first image is a paper boat. Second one is a happy child. And this is, I think this is my favorite, and many of you will agree with it. So it is like a window seat, music, and that's a different kind of a pleasure. And this is breakup. And I hope many people will like biryani. And some people say biryani, it's not a food, it's an emotion, it seems. So let us see. And this is a fine conversation with the girl and mother. And this is victory. And this is failure. See, these are the interpretations which I have towards the image. But if you have any other interpretation, you will have your own way of looking at things. So I want you to just give whatever you feel, whatever you observe in a poetic manner, in a creative manner, just for 2 sentences. Okay, just for 2 sentences, you just write whatever that comes into your mind. Are you able to follow me? Should I repeat? Thank you, Sudarshan. Thank you, Venus. Yes, so the first person to respond is Dr. Veena Singh. What ma'am has written for us, do not fear even if you are riding a paper boat. Your courage will take you places. Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. That's true. And for the second image, she has given, enjoy the simple pleasures of life. Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. And then for, just a minute. So, wow, this is wonderful. I hope many people will like it. For the third image, she has given, love deceives. And then, just like only 3 words, biryani is bliss. Wonderful, wonderful, Veena ma'am. And yeah, for the next image, she has given 2 angels together. Great, great, ma'am. And then hard work wins. Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. Very good, amazing, Veena ma'am. And then the second person is Ravinder. So Sir has written, to feel the rain after summer season till the last drop of rain. Wonderful, wonderful, sir. Yes, thank you so much, Vidya ma'am. It will be useful if you post the lines in the Google form so that we can post it in our blog. And then for the last image, sir has given to think what to do. Wonderful, wonderful, sir. And then we have Vaishnavi, yes. So Vaishnavi has picked the last image and she has given depression to make unhappy life initially and latterly it make happy life. Good, very good. Actually, this is true. Depression may sometimes sound difficult in the beginning, but later, once we realize ourselves, once we get comfortable with ourselves, it is the happy life. So dealing with it and coming back. And then we have Sangeeta Priya ma'am. So there is hope. For the first image she has given, there is hope even with the last leaf. Believe in you and never give up. Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. And for the next image, she has given you and me. Very good. And I love this last one, ma'am. It's me in me. Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. And then we have Chidambra Rani, ma'am. She has written the ship is floating. Great, great, ma'am. And for the last image, she has given no more expectations. Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. So I got nearly some 5 responses. And if others, you also give your response, we'll just preserve it so that we'll have more posts when we post it in the blog. Yes, we have another response from Ishika. Okay, she's telling it's the first image is childhood memories. Wonderful. And eating first rain. Great. Music is medicine. That's true. And love is not easy. Great. Food is life. Yes, I agree with you. I'm on your team. Food is life. And parents are, yes, parents are best friends. Sure, sure. And then, yes, yes, wonderful, wonderful, Ishita. This is, trophy is not important, hard work is important, she has written. That's true. It's like winning or losing, but hard work matters a lot. And we have love yourself. Great. So I've got many responses now. And if you like, I'll just switch from this screen to the response screen. Just give me a moment. I'll just switch to the response screen so that you can also see the responses. Yes. So this is our responses. I'm just picking some random quotes now. So Ramya Shri has written, exposure of happiness in rainy, it reflects the child's innocence. Very good, beautiful. And then we have Reshma Parveen ma'am. She has said, heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter still. Yes, true, ma'am, true. So, yes. And this is a very symbolic line which I can see. So here it is, traveling in both the real and model boats gives the same feeling when we know how to appreciate everything. Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. So actually it is like there are two boats there. One is the paper boat and one is the real boat. So ma'am, you have got it correct. It is like you have observed it very well. Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. And then we'll go to the last thing because I see, hooray, I'm victorious. Wonderful. Wow, feeling hungry. Yes, Reshma, ma'am, you are written very, very nice. Loneliness is the other name of life. Sometimes, yes. And yeah, yes. And who has written this? Kushbu has written a beautiful line. It's like it's the important phase of life. Yes, of course, we all overcome it. Once we overcome only, it will be, it's like we are complete. Because life is not that easy, but we have to embrace the tough times also. And then we have natural scenery with mom and daughter, happiness together with smiles. Yes, true, ma'am. Okay, so Soumya has written, everything is gone. Biryani, yes, yes. Yes, this is also very nice. Alone and vibe, true. Yes, for the second image, Kishan has given life is wonderful. True, life is wonderful. Yes. Okay, so very good, very good. And as I said in the before, it is like you people are really very interactive and very comforting. It's really good to have you all here for the session. So the link will be open. Whoever is ready, or if you, some people will need more time to think and write, you can think and post it. You want the share? Yes, ma'am. I'll share the link form once again. Yes, this is the form. So whoever is, feel free. See, it is like only in the end of the session, I'll be uploading all the entries there. So you are free to choose. It is like you are free to just click the form and give your inputs anytime during the session. So now I'm moving to the next slide. So here, when we talk about creative writing in digital era, it is like, so we have to revisit the tradition also. So let us, yes, let me just start with the traditional one. Just a moment, I'll share the screen. Yes. Is the screen visible, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Definitely, I'll tell you. So here, so we are just starting with the traditional creative writing. So these are the traditional creative writing genres we have. So the first genre is fiction. The fiction, it has novel, novella, and so many other things. So, and then when it comes to poetry, we have different types of poetry, plays, speeches. Even speeches is a creative writing, because we have Abraham Lincoln's speech, Gutenberg's address. So it is prescribed to school students also. So, and we have essays. Essays include all the non-fiction. It is like biographies and autobiography, everything. And we have songs and lyrics. So if there is any song which is written, and some people will be good at composing music, and they will write songs, and even for movies people will write songs. That is also a sort of creative writing. And then we have memoirs. See, memoir is different from biography. See, biography is something which will be written even without the concern, or even after the person's death. But memoirs means there will be a personal account of the person himself or herself. For example, if I'm going to write the biography of Sangeeta Priya ma'am, it is like if I'm writing with her consent, and if I'm involving her in the work, it is called as a memoir. And then it's movie scripts. And movie scripts are actually a very interesting thing, because that happens always behind the screen. It's a very interesting work where there will be different types of people, where they'll be assigned different work. One person will write the dialogues, and another person will write how the audience will respond. And another person will write what are the emotions and what are the settings that should be brought in. This is a very broad area. I'm just giving a gist to you. So now we have a poll. So now I'll give you a link. I'll just post a link, but you have to copy paste the link. It is like if you click on it, won't go. You have to copy the link and you have to paste it in the browser to get the poll. It's loading. So I'll give you the link for the poll, because you have to copy it, and then you have to paste it. So please copy and paste it. So if you copy and paste the link, you will get a page like this. I'll show you. Yes. So if you copy the link and paste it, you will get a screen like this. Here you have to give your name. Your name won't be displayed in the original screen. So you can give your name and give join. So here, after joining, I have a question for you to answer. So here the question is, if I ask you to write a creative work, a poetry or novel or any sort of creative work, whom will you write that for? Will you choose any particular audience, or you will write it for yourself? And if so, what will be it? It is like, will you write poetry, or will you write a novel, or even some people will be good at writing autobiographies. So which one will be your choice? And if you have a reason that you can give it in a word, you can give it. So can you all access the link? Are you finding it difficult?
Comes as the room does not exist.
The room does not exist. Okay, ma'am, just a moment. I'll just give another link. Please try this link, ma'am. Yes, Vinam says it's working. But Vinam, actually, you can join the recent link. Could not open. Okay, I see 3 participants actually. Soumya, Isha, and Sudarshan has already joined. Thank you, all 3 of you. And
Working.
ma'am, is it working? Thank you, Sudarshan. Ma'am, actually, you have to copy the entire link and you have to paste in the browser. And if you feel it very difficult to do it, you can put it in the chat box also. Because what I thought was like we can record it and have a copy of it. That is why I chose the poll. If you find it very difficult to do it, you can post it in the chat box itself. I'll copy and paste it somewhere. Yes, what to type here? Somebody has asked me. So it is like you have to type. If I ask you to write creative work, what will be your choice? Whether you will write a poetry or you will write a novel, and whom you will write it for? Do you just put yourself first and write, or you will pick an audience and you will write for them? That is the question. Yeah, I started getting responses. I'll share it now. Appears as a room. It's okay, Vidya ma'am. You can post your response in the chat box itself. I will copy paste it, ma'am. So this is the response screen, and actually this short stories on everyday random subtle things, usually unnoticed audience, common people. Wonderful, wonderful. And for my mother, and I love to write poetry about my life's ups and downs. It's beautiful moments I have lived. Wonderful. Yes, of course. And for my son, am I? Very good. And many people have opted for poetry, Wings of Fire. Okay. And just a moment. Translation. Choose my topic. Yes. Oh, translation is also a sort of creative writing. Yes. I still want to write creative in poetry and as well as in short stories of my life. Wonderful, wonderful. And yes, I think I have read that. So many people want to go with poetry, and a few people opt for short stories. And I find no novels or drama, and I don't know why. But of course, it's a very long process. And poetry and even writing short things are very easy. Yes, and Vidya ma'am has said I'll do it. I'll do it to improve my writing ability. Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. And Pravindra sir has told creative writing, short story. Very good. So many of us, we opt for short stories and for other poetry. So I think the session will be very helpful for you. So cloud reflects the rainy season. Everyone liked the rainy season, which is the symbol of cooling, chilling, and freezing. Fresh air with cooling breathed by everyone. Wonderful. So one of you has written a poetry itself. Great. So it's really great. So now I could see the interest of everybody. So I'm just exporting the file, and I think I'll just move on from this link, so this won't be active. And just a moment, I'll save this. Okay. Yes. So now I got your interest. So I'm just moving on to the presentation now. So this is very, very important. So when you see the image W, what comes to your mind? You can put it in the chat box. What comes to your mind when you see the term W?
Women.
V. Okay. Very good, sir. Writing, work, water, WH questions. Blessy, thank you. Thank you. You got it. Wow, women, win, women writing. Wanderlust, very good, Isha. Isha is very poetical. And yes, so what? Yes, very good, Ramya. That is good. Wonderful, great. So here, actually, I put this W to refer all the what's, who's, how's, everything. So actually, the WH questions. Just a moment, I'll change the color. All the WH questions. So we need to ask before writing who, for whom we are going to write. Am I going to write for myself, or am I going to write for somebody else? Do I have an audience? And then what am I going to write? What will I write? And I have to pick the genre, everything. And then how will I write? Okay, how it starts from the scratch actually. Am I going to use paper and pencil to write? Or am I going to use the digital platform to write? Everything. And then when I am going to write? When? Because we all are busy. We have to fix a schedule to write. When? And then how will I write? And what will be my topic? And you can put a lot of things with these WH questions. How am I going to present the novel or the poetry which I write? And how am I going to fix the characters? How many characters I'm going to? So you can just make a lot of questions from this. And if you start answering all these WH questions, you are ready to write. You can go ahead and write it. So always I have this habit of asking these things. Before doing any work, I'll ask all the WH questions. Even before the session, I just wanted to make sure what I'm going to tell you, how I'm going to tell you, and everything. So if you answer this, if you follow this pattern, it will be very helpful for your life also. So here, this is my simple theory. Like, I think you all remember what Wordsworth said. It's like, poetry is a powerful overflow of emotion, recollected in tranquility. So this is how normally I write. It's like once I'll get a breakthrough or an idea or emotion or feeling, something will come. For example, if you see a girl or a child who was made to work in a hotel or motel, if you see, you will get an emotion towards child labor. And sometimes we may not be able to express our emotions directly to the society. So what you will feel, if you constantly come across such incidents, it will stay in your mind and it won't go away. So first you will just conceive this idea in your mind, and then you have to decide which genre I'm going to just put it in. Am I going to write in poetry or novel, everything? So first decide that, and then you have to go with the flow. We can't force ourselves to write. It should come, then only we can write. So we can sit, fix a time. Okay, by 6 o'clock in the morning, I'll sit and I'll write. But still, the creativity should come. You should get the ideas together, and then only you can write. And what I feel is like it will happen anytime. Even when you're traveling in bus, it will happen. When you're even when you just get ready to go to bed, there it will happen. So you have to be ready to put in the words whenever it comes to you. We have to kick out laziness, because when we write long novels and all, suddenly we have writer's block. So this writer's block is a very dangerous fellow actually. So you will be having a flow in your writing, but suddenly you'll get writer's block and you won't know how to proceed with your theme. So you have to come across this also. And then according to me, what I feel is like starting anything is very easy, but we have to stay motivated. So even after this session, or even after SJ session, we all feel motivated to write something. We'll start, but we will just lose the motivation when we travel. We should stay motivated. That is very, very important. And we have to complete the rough draft and edit. This part, this editing part is very, very, very important. Okay, sometimes you can have a good friend to edit for yourself. So, or you yourself will be a very good editor. And but probably if it's your work, if you give the work to somebody else, it will be very useful for you, because they will read in a third person's point of view, and all the grammatical errors, everything will be rectified. And finally, you can go for publishing and then repeat. That's it. So this is a very simple theory which you can start even now. So this is, I think you all will be knowing it since we are literature people. But I'm just giving a brush up regarding the traditional form of writing, creative writing. So here we have the types of poetry. We have blank verse, rhyme poetry, free verse, epics, narrative poetry, and villanelle. I think you all know. It's like Douglas Norlock's "Do Not Go Gentle to That." Good night. And we have haiku, pastoral poem, sonnet, elegy, ode, limerick, and a lyric and ballad. So these are the traditional form of poetry which we had. And then these are the types, and this is a very big ocean we have in fiction. It is novel, novella, short story, everything. These are the genres which we have. We have cozy mystery. If you take mystery alone, you have this much. Thriller, we have so much. And dystopia or utopia, you have so much. Fantasy, it is a very different genre. Even romance, we have a lot of things. Even you have a genre called paranormal romance. Can you relate? So we have all those things. And here we have a few types of drama, but which are very effective. Normally we call it play or drama. And then one act play, we have monologues. And when it comes to types of non-fiction, we have biographies, autobiographies, letters, journals and diaries, and essays and articles. So these are the traditional creative writing genres we had, and there are a few, but these are the prominent genres. So here I have another poll, but I think going to poll is taking much time. So what I'm going to ask you is, okay, there are so many traditional forms. So there are many important components when we write any of the creative writing genre. So what are the important components according to you is important to write any literary work? You can post in the chat box. What is important when we write? We have a lot. We have a set of things. Idea is important. Very good, Lalita ma'am. Concept is important. Very good, Sudarshan. Praveen Raj has said facts and means. Khushbu, very good. Imagination, grammar, mode of writing. Wonderful, Ramya Shri. Ajay has said central theme. Wonderful. Yes. Rhyme scheme. Yes, Lalita ma'am. Rhyme scheme is also important when we write a poetry. Plot. Wonderful, Deepanjali. Presentation. Yes, ma'am. Presentation, coherence, creative. Very good. Flow of language and thought. Yes, ma'am. That is important. Yes. So as you all said, these are a common and very important ideology. Deepanjali says ideology. Yes. So these are the very common components which we can find in all kinds of creative writing. Now I have just for a differentiation and understanding, I've given it separately. Like important components of fiction. So when we write a fiction, what are the important things? We have to fix the character. Okay, if there is a character, how many characters? Because a character limit and the importance of the character is very, very important. And then the theme, plot, point of view. In whose point of view you are going to tell the story? In your point of view, first person, second person, or the omniscient, you have to decide that. And then setting. Where am I going to set the novel? Will it happen only in one place? Or it will have a shift in between? We have to decide on that. And this is very, very important. That is conflict. So this conflict is very, very important, because even if we write a comedy story, if it is like it's a very comical one, even in that we should need a conflict. There must be something. There must be some sort of an some sort of a place where we have to get the attention of the readers. That is important. And the tone, how we are going to write it. Will it be a tragedy or will it be a comedy, tragic comedy, everything. And the style. So each writer will have their own style. So which style you are going to opt it. So now I'm just coming down to the important components of drama. So here we know that drama is meant for performance. So how we are going to present the characters, theme, plot, setting, and the performance. So how are you going to set the stage and where it will be, how it will be, everything. And music plays an important role when we write a play or a drama. And the style and dialogues. So in drama, we may have a lot of soliloquies. And there are so many techniques. We have aside. So how are you going to do it? How many of you have read Mahesh Dattani's plays? Mahesh Dattani's plays? Actually, even in Indian drama, I love Mahesh Dattani for his humor. He'll write everything in a very humorous and language will be very lucid. And if you are a beginner to read drama, please go for Mahesh Dattani. And other writers also good, but this person has something to do with the language, everything. He'll make us feel at home. So that is a very good part when it comes to drama writing. And this is, I know that all of you are familiar with it. I'm just giving a gist once again. So here, when we are ready to write a story, this is framed by a German writer called Friedrichs. So what he says is like, we should have a starting, we should have an exposition, and then we'll have the initial incidents, and then the rise of the incidents. So first, when we introduce, we have to be very clear in this part is very, very important. Because when you introduce certain characters in this part, then the characters should develop, the story should develop with this initial action. In between, you can't bring some other character or some other incidents, and so it will not have any clarity. And then we'll move on to the climax. Climax is the most suspenseful part, is the turning point of the protagonist character. So, and then it is like when the story develops, there will be a conflict, and then there will be fall of actions. So then how the fall of action, it is like where everything, the hero or the characters will start to resolve everything. And this is the process of resolving. And then we have the resolution. So in this resolution, what happens is everything is getting untied. Okay, all the ties are getting untied. So now we have denouement. Denouement is also known as anticlimax, we can call it, or it is the conclusion actually, it is the end. So what types of end it is? Is it a happy ending? Is it a sad ending? Everything. So this is a common plot structure which we follow in our writing. See, even if you don't use these technical terms, if you take any movies or if you take any kind of a novel or story, all these elements will be there. So this is very, very important. And now we are moving to the components of poetry. As many of you said, structure, figurative language, theme, poetic devices, and voice. So here, this voice means whose voice is it? Who's the speaker? The poet, or is the poet the speaker? Or poet is speaking and someone else's tone. So in poetry, this is very important. And some important components of non-fiction. So what are the important components of non-fiction? So here, when we take fiction, we are free to choose anything, imagination, fantasy, anything. We can bring anything alive. Even I can bring this pen alive and I'll make this speak in fiction, but in non-fiction, I can't do it. So here, the characters are important and most importantly, the facts. Okay, what facts I'm going to involve? If it is an autobiography or biography, I can't write something that never happened to a person's life. And the chronology of events, that is very, very important. And I think one of our participants wrote about Wings of Fire. So if you, I don't know how many of you have read the book. If you just start reading the book, there is a chronology in the book. So chronology is very, very important when we go with non-fiction. And clarity on incidents. So we should have clarity on incidents. Otherwise, it will not be clear. So we have to decide everything. And there must be a compulsive ending. So when it comes to a novel, it's very easy to end it because there is a story and there is an end. But if you're writing a biography of someone who's alive, how will you bring it to an end? So there in nonfiction, we have to lay focus on compulsive ending, how to end it, and then style and structure. So this totally, it is subjective. Okay, it is definitely not objective. Everything in this creative writing is subjective. It depends on the person who is writing and his own choice. So now we are coming to the most important part of the session. So this is 21st century creative writing. As I told you, Gen Z. So this is very easy. And when you compare writing novels and short stories, this digital era, it is giving us a lot of opportunities to throw our creativity. So I'm going to just tell you, these are the few prominent types of 21st century creative writing. The first one is flash fiction, and the second one is sudden fiction. Okay, and then it is twiterature, drabble, nanotails, 6-word story, text talk novels, doodle fiction, digifiction, hyper poetry, blog, vlogs, and podcast. Okay, so these are the major types of 21st century creative writing. So we'll go one by one. So the first one is flash fiction. So when you hear the word flash itself, what feeling comes to your mind? Flash. When I came to know about this genre, what I felt is I remember Marvel's Flash. So Flash will be very fast, and he's very fast. So what comes to your mind when you when you just hear the word flash fiction? Am I audible to all? Yes.
Yes,
Sudden. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Khushbu says it's sudden. Lalita ma'am says it's flashback. Very good. Okay. So now I'll tell you what is flash fiction. Flash fiction is a very short fiction which almost consists of 1,000 to 1,500 words. Within 1,000 and 1,500 words, we'll complete the entire story. That is flash fiction. And there are many subdivisions of flash fictions which will come down to 6 words. But the 6-word tale is different from a flash fiction which has only 6 words. So this is the difference. And yes, Deepanjali says short. Yes, Deepanjali, it's short. And then here we have another genre, sudden fiction. Okay, it's very sudden, almost it's sudden. Everything is fast. Suddenly you thought of writing something and you are writing. So if you see this example, it's the happiest moment. If you ask her what is the favorite story she has written, she will hesitate for a long time and then say, it may be this story that she read in the book once. An English language teacher in China. See here, this may look very small. This has only, the sudden fiction will have only 750 words. Though it is a 750 word story, it has everything. See, there is a character and there is a location, everything. Setting is there, everything. There is a plot also. So, English language teacher in China asked his Chinese student to say what was happening, what is the happiest moment in his life. The student hesitated for a long time. At last, he smiled with embarrassment and said that his wife had once gone to Beijing and eaten duck there, and she often told him about it. And he would have to say that happiest moment of his life was a trip and the eating of the duck. So, can you find all the components which we saw previously in this sudden fiction? Do you find it? Yes or no? Just give it just read it once. Yes. So though it is a very short, very easy to read and it consumes less time, but it has a meaning. So when a teacher asked a Chinese student about which is the happiest moment, he says that this his wife's trip was the happiest moment he had. So though things are very short, we can't say that they won't have the value. It has its value. So now we are moving to the next one, that is twiterature. So from the name itself, you would have understood it is based on Twitter. we all are very familiar with social media. So this is Twitterature is short stories which you can post it in your Twitter account. So if you have a Twitter account, you can use it to post your stories and post your writings. So here, this is Andrea love story. Okay, I reached inside and pulled out my heart, offering it is in the palm of my hand, hoping no one would mistake it for an apple and take a bite. So she has written a small account and she has posted it in the Twitter page. So this Twitterature is literature which can be found in Twitter. That is Twitterature. So there is, the Twitter is very short. So we can only use very brief terminologies and brief sentences to present it. And this is a very interesting type, which is called as drabble. So a drabble is a 100-word fiction. Okay, not more than 100 words, only 100 words. Within 100 words, we can write a story. So here I have a story, Nick's New Home by Drew Martin. So Nick didn't know at first. Originally, he wondered why things moved without warning. So he explained that by draughts, the old house he would recently moved into was full of them. But the footsteps on the stairs, he couldn't really explain those. Though the menacing whispering in the bedroom were probably just draughts too. Yes, Nick had realized some time ago that he would have brought a haunted house ever since he would have walked into his bedroom and found his body dead on the floor. So what he didn't know was just how many ghosts there were and why they whispered such terrible things about him. So this is a very short poem, the short piece of work. We have a character called Nick here, and we have a setting, the house, the new house, and also we have other characters, the ghost, and it is totally we have to imagine and we have to realize the scenario. So see, when we see sudden fiction and flash fiction, we have a story, everything, and even this is shorter. There's only 100 words, but still, do you find the components which all the traditional fiction has? Does it has all the components? Yes or no? Can you read it? Am I going too fast? Are you finding it difficult to follow me? Okay, shall I proceed? Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. So here we are coming to further, it's like more interesting part, that is nanotails. Nanotails are also called as dripples, DRIPPLES. So this is a very, very short kind of writing, which you will normally post it in your WhatsApp status or in your Facebook status. I find a lot of my students, what they do is like they'll take a good picture of themselves and they'll just copy paste some quotes from online. First, when I saw a status, I was really impressed, and I went into one of my students and asked her, "See, you are very poetic, and how could you write all these lines? And these are very good. You have to just improvise." But she told me like, "No, ma'am, I copy pasted it." So I think many of us will have the habit. We'll find some images very relatable to some quotes. We'll just pick it up and we'll paste it and we'll post it. But from now on, we have to start write our own things. So it is a kind of creative writing, which many people have the habit of posting a status every day. Every day they'll post a status. So if you take your phone to just put a status, from now on, just write something on your own. Something poetical, something good, or something, whatever you feel like. You start writing it on your own instead of posting someone else's quote. So here you are a nanotail writer if you do it. So just pick, even you can just take a screenshot of this session itself, and you can just put a status like whatever you feel like. You like it or you dislike it, you hated it, or it was good, informative, whatever you feel like, you can do it. So if from the next time when you do it, when you post any status, you just have a reminder in your mind that I should write something and I'll post it. So here is a interesting quote. Yes, Deepanjali. Traditional novels, they are traditional. We are not telling that this is best or that is best. It is like we are just revising, we're just revisiting the trends, recent trends in writing. We can't go and compete with all the classic things. Even I am a classic person. I like long novels, long short stories, everything. But these are the trends which are upcoming. So as literature people, it is good if we know it. So here, nanotails means a year of online classes. Dalgona coffee, lighting divas, and clapping together. So, can you all relate it? Can you see the situation? Yes. So it is about lockdown, the pandemic situation, earlier part of the pandemic situation. So this is a nanotail. Simply within few words, we can tell, we can express our emotions, and then we are coming to 6-word story. So this is more like a quotation. So here, to think or not to think. Can you guess it what it is? It is to be or not to be. The person, Elaine Yeshi, has just rewrote this, to think or not to think. It will be applicable in any situation. So it is also like a simple quote. To be aware makes me grateful. Stop fearing life and live now. And do you remember that in the beginning, I gave you an activity and most of you wrote a beautiful, yes, Vidya ma'am, you're right. So in the beginning, we had an activity. I asked you to write, observe the image and write 2 lines. So you all have written the 6-word story. Even it is like love, it's like love hurts everything. You have written so many things. So these are all like the 6-word stories. So it is very short and very catchy, which is similar to a quotation or just to a caption. Okay. So then we are moving to another kind of interesting genre. Actually, I found it very interesting. It is like this image, actually I couldn't get a better image of this. I was searching but I couldn't get it, but there are so many novels available online. So this text talk novel is like it is not directly, it is like conversation. It is an online conversation, digital conversation between the characters. That is how it is written. So for example, I recently or some years before, I saw a wedding invitation in the form of WhatsApp chat. So with like where is the location, at what time? So there is a kind of conversation, and this kind of genre is like text talk novel is where you will find conversations and things which appear in the social media and it appear in the digital format. So this is text talk novel. Yes. So this is another one important fiction, that is doodle fiction. So this doodle fiction is where some people are very good at doodling. So what they do is like they will make, it is somewhat related to comics, but it is not an exact comic. It is doodle. So like comics, we have this doodle fiction also. So where they'll have doodles and the doodle characters will converse. So one of the famous work is the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. If anyone has come across that work, you will be aware of this doodle fiction. So doodle fiction is not exactly comic, but it is similar to comics. And we have digifiction. So this digifiction is it's an abbreviated to digital fiction. So this kind of fiction can be only read with the help of a computer or some gadgets. For example, in this fiction, that is Ghost in the Machine, we'll just find videos related to the novels. And it is it's like the writers created the videos, and there will be certain images and everything. So this is it's very new genre, and it is like without the help of digital platform, we can't read these fiction. Such kind of fiction are called as digital fiction. And again, this is hyper poetry. This hyper poetry is also known as cyber poetry. This is a kind of genre, poems, which cannot be read without the assistance of digital platform. So it is like in this poem, this is Watch My Weep Butterflies. Okay, I've given the link also. So you can go and see what is it. So here it is like if you just click on the link, you will find that there will be a video, and then there will be this is actually a GIF, so it will be moving. So without the help of technology, we can't read the poetry. Such kind of poetry is called as hyper poetry. And here, coming to our part, blog. So blogging itself is a very vast genre. It will take a lot of time when we talk about blogging. So I'm keeping it very brief. See, blog is a beautiful source where you can put all your creativity in, and you can add it to your resume also. And also, if you want, you can have followers, and you can interact with people with your blog. See, blog is not only restricted to writing. If you are a photographer, or if you are very good at sketching, you can sketch it. You can just take a photo of it. You can post it in your blog. And if you are not a digital person, you only love to write pen and paper, yes, of course, blog is for you. You can just write. If you have a beautiful handwriting, you can write your work, take a photo of it, post it in your blog. It will reach the people. So blogging is very easy, actually, very easy, and it is a very good mode of communicating with people. And then we have vlogs and podcast. So this vlogs and podcast means you will see a lot of YouTube videos, and podcast is like you can listen to it. It's a kind of MP3 where you will go and listen to it. See, for vlogs and podcasts, we have to write a script. For example, if I'm going to present on a topic, or if I've written a poetry and I am good at creating videos also, I can create it in the form of video and I'll post it. There it becomes a vlog. And podcast, if I have written a 5-chapter book and I want to read it to the readers, so I can just pick a podcast app and I'll read it, and then I will have it. So this is vlogs and podcast. And apart from that, there is one more important thing is like you can create an Instagram page for your writings. So if you just go, if you have an email ID, you can create an Instagram page. And this Instagram page is the easiest way to interact with you can communicate with the readers. And now these are simple definitions for blog, vlog, and podcast, which I have already explained. So in which platform we can use and how can we access all these types? So this is through apps, blogging sites, and social media. These are the sources where we can use all these types. So here I've given a list of writing apps. So a few writing apps here, they are paid and most of them are unpaid, and they are like writer assistants. They will give you a lot of insights. It's like they'll give a template for you, and sometimes they will give you images, related images, and they'll suggest you words, and they'll suggest for synonyms, everything. So these are the list of apps, applications. I took the link from my Android phone, but if for iPhone users, you can just go and type the title and get it. So this is social. So we have social apps also, so where you can connect with other poets. So there will be a community. These two apps are like a poets community where you can get you can just log in and discuss with other poets. And here, these are the writing tools. So they will help you with, they'll help you and they'll assist you with, excuse me, they'll give you writing tools like writing tips. They'll remind you that you have to write, and then they'll give you templates, and they'll give you all sort of suggestions for your writing. So this will make your writing very easy. And some of them are like notepads where you can put on your ideas. If you are in your work, or if you're busy with something, but you suddenly get an idea of writing, and even though you won't get pen or paper, you will have your mobile phone here. You can open this app and you can type it. And even you can have a group for yourself. In your WhatsApp, you can have a group for yourself where you can put all your to-dos and all your writings. You can name that group as writing or your whatever name you feel like. If you just feel like, if you get an idea You can immediately send a voice note. Later, you can listen to it and you can develop on that idea. So these are few useful blogging sites. So I have two blogs actually. One is from WordPress and one is from Blogger. A Blogger I recently created for our purpose. WordPress I created in 2008. So at that time it was unpaid, but now they actually ask for some money. But this Wix is a very good blog where you can create your newsletter also. So and this Medium, Tumblr, and Contentful also, they are also very useful blogs where you can create and you can have a newsletter also. And if your teachers, what I suggest is like, you can ask one of your students who are very good at technology to create a blog in any of the sites. And you can ask the students of your class to post all their creative work there. And for all my classes, I have a blog. So where the students will update their creative writing in a monthly basis. We have a theme for a month, and they'll write everything in everything is like they'll write whatever they feel like. Even photographies, they'll take it related to the theme and they'll post it in the blog. So this is how you can encourage the students, and also you can post your own creative work. So if we pick a theme and if so many people are involved, we'll be also involved so that our creative writing capacity will increase. So now it's time to listen to your story. So here, this is simply, it's like a brush up. It's like how to start. Sometimes we have this blank paper inertia. We won't know where to start, when to start, and how to start. Just observe. Observe around you. Observe inside you. You will get some idea. Pick a pen and paper. Write it. Journaling is very, very important. See, actually, I have my own. I designed a to-do list. I have a journal which will be familiar. It is like which I feel is easy to write. You can create your own journal and you can have it. Write it. Editing is important, and please never mind about criticism. People will have a lot of things. Always, it is not necessary that everybody should like our writing. What matters is we should write, and what matters to us, that matters a lot. So then respect genuine feedbacks. This is also an important trait. We should respect genuine feedbacks. Publish and then repeat. So this is an easy way to start doing it. And as we discussed today, even you can start with your WhatsApp status or Facebook status to start your creative writing. So here comes the final activity. I'll post the link in the chat box. So this creative activity is, sorry, just a moment. It is meant for you. I'll collect all your responses and I'll give you, just a moment. I'll give you the link of the blog which I created for this session, and you can find this activity. You can find it later. So please open this Google form. There you will find an activity. Okay. So imagine the moment you see yourself in the mirror and describe the personality of the person you see in the reflection. So if you just go stand before the mirror, you will find a person there, and that person will be interesting, and that person will be multi-talented, but sometimes we fail to recognize that person. So now imagine that you are just in front of a mirror, you see a person, you are going to write a nano tale about the person. Okay. So you just give the personality. Personality here means not the physical appearance, it's the character, the best things about the person. So you have to create a nano tale about yourself. That means the person who you see in the mirror. Okay. So this is the activity. Are you clear with the activity? Do you want me to repeat? Can you access the form? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sudarshan. Okay, so this is the activity. Yes, this is the response sheet of the activity 2. So here, Ravindra sir has written, troubled heart, I'm stronger. Very good, ma'am. So Veena ma'am says, I'm a fighter in my life. Struggle is my favorite play. I see a I see a winner who never say no to hardships. Wonderful, wonderful, Veena ma'am. The image presents attitude. Very good, Mohana Priya ma'am. So Kishan has written self-esteem. Very good. Kavya. So Kavya has given us a poem itself. So it's like mirror is the only way to know yourself clearly and deeply. It would be very funny to you all readers about me that whenever I feel upset and lonely, I used to talk to the girl whom I see in the mirror. That is me. And whenever I do something wrong, I apologize for my work. For me, mirror is my reality. In mirror, sometimes I saw a very happy and fun-loving girl, sometimes sad girl, and many good moments, expressions, and some bad. Very good, Kavya. Kavya is very particular and very quick. It seems the way I am like a queen. Yes, Maria ma'am. And Rahul Kumar has given reflection of your knowledge. Very good. And Ishika has said, it's all in the mind which can make hell of heaven and heaven of hell. Wonderful, wonderful. So, Pushpalata ma'am has said, the moment is great for me. Yes. I feel good and happy when I see myself in the mirror. Yes. And Sudarshan has said, mirror on the wall always shows the person of my existence, my mother, the pure divine feminist who loved me and lived for me. The feminine in me is herself. Wonderful, Sudarshan. Wonderful, wonderful. So I see myself as strongest and I can do it. Very good, Meha. And Hema Vashni has said, I used to talk all my good and bad thoughts, which help me in all situations. Very good. Actually, I skipped a few comments. Please don't take it personally. I just picked some random writings. So Reshma Parveen ma'am has said, multifaceted personality that is kind, loving, determined, straightforward, and committed to duties. Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. So here Soumya has said, life is like a mirror. We get best result when we smile. Yes, very good. Yes. So thank you. Thank you so much for your active participation. So actually your participation itself is it is the core of the session. So now I'll show you how to create a blog, and I'm now going to deal with Blogger. Okay, because Blogger is very easy to create, which you have in your Gmail itself. Okay, so now I'll just share my screen. So this is my email account, and if you click this icon, you will find Blogger here. Okay, just click on the Blogger, or you have a separate site where you will have the login ID, everything. But this is the simplest way, because every day you will open your email for something or other. You can use it. So here I already have the template of today's session. But now I'll show you how to create a post. So this is the very first place where you land up when you click Blogger. So here it's very easy. Just click new post. Okay. If you click new post, you will find title. So here I'm just giving you just trial. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, sir. So here I'm giving it as trial, and here you will find a platform which is similar to our MS Word. So here we'll find this. Here you have all the icons which are necessary. So first, I'd like to I'll just show you something. So if it is like I want to write a poetry, you can give a title. So here you have a lot of things. It's a paragraph or it's a heading or subheading, everything. So this is a major heading. So I'm clicking major heading. So here you can pick the alignment. Since it's a major heading, I'm clicking this center alignment. And then if I want to start from left, I can, or if I want to start from right, I can start it. So poetry, and now it has turned to normal because you have given the heading. And then if I say, I express myself freely, okay, and I'm writing something here. This is the poetry for some 10 lines. I'm writing it, okay. And then if you want to give any subheading or minor heading, you can click on this and I can give next. So here you can find the difference in the fonts. And then you can, if you want to insert any image or insert any link or any video also, you can insert. So if you click on this icon, this is where you will insert your link, and this is where you will insert the image, and this is where you can insert your videos, even special characters you can include, okay. And then here you will find preview and then publish. So if you want to see whether it is satisfied or not, how your post will look, I'm just clicking on the preview. Okay. This is how your post will appear. Okay. This I've written for only one line. I'll just show you with another post. So this is very easy. You can post it, and you can share the link of your blog to your friends and family or anybody, any community you want to share. So here, this is the template which I made for our activity 1. I gave the title as activity 1 of day 2, and the title of the workshop, and the organizing institution also. And I've given the brochure. I just inserted. See, I clicked insert image and I inserted. And then this is the heading. So I've given this. Now I'm going to change this as the major heading. So I changed this. Okay. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the response which I got from the activity 1 to this platform, to this template. Okay. So this is for this is image 1. So now I'm going to insert the image 1. I save the image. That is a paper board. Yeah. So I'm just inserting. So if you insert the image, you will get a window like this. From there, you can select. So here you can see the image, and below the image, I'm going to paste the responses. Okay. So here, since I've copy pasted from Excel, it has come with an box. If you do not want the box, copy it, paste it in a notepad, and then you will get the response. Yes. So here you got your responses. Okay, I'm left aligning this, and I'm going to give bullet points, and I'm going to Just align it. Okay, I don't want it in bold, so I'm just keeping it simple. So these are your responses. Okay, so responses from my wonderful participants. Okay, and okay, this is for first image, and now I'm going to publish it. So if you want to have a look, we can have a look. Just a moment. I published the post and I'll switch the screen. Yes. Yes. So this is the post which we just created now with our workshop, with our first activity, and even with only the first image itself, we have created a post. So if you want, you can further edit it and you can give any template. But when it comes to Blogger, we can't set any theme or something since it's free. We can't get that much options to customize it. It will just automatically come as it likes only. But to begin with, this is the easiest blog that you can use to just exhibit your writings with the world. Okay, so yes, that's it about creating a blog. And I'll just share my presentation. So I've got all the responses for this activity too. I'll create that and I'll send you the link also. So now I'll post I'll share the link of our activity 1. Okay, if you click this link, you will find the post. And I've also created a link for the PPT, today's PPT, and this is the link for today's PPT. The second link is for today's PPT, and the first one is our post. So you can click on it and you can see it. Okay, and if you follow this blog, you will find I'll post other activities, and I also have your mail ID. If I'll find time and I'll just send you the email link also if once I complete the work. Okay, is it clear? Do you have any doubts? No doubts? Okay. So thank you for being wonderful. There's one question is there with so many practical. Okay, Sudarshan, what is your doubt? Okay. Okay, see, what I can tell you is like, see, if it's like explaining everything to creating a blog and posting, it is quite difficult since we are not physically present. Okay, I just showed you a demo of it, and you can go and explore on yourself, because everything will be self-explanatory, where you can find a lot of options, and you can find better blogs, and which will suit yourself, which will suit your style. So you can go with that. I have just given a demo. So with so many practical tips on writing blog, most of them do not work. Can you tell me your personal experience of some practical solutions? Very good question, Sudarshan. Actually, writing blogs, writer's blog, it happens to everybody. So the thing is like, when I started writing, mostly I'm a kind of emotional writer. Whenever I couldn't bear my emotion, I'll just write it. Okay. So what happens is like, when I had such difficulties, I will meditate. Meditation is a very good solution. And it is like we have to just leave it off. We shouldn't stress ourselves too much. if we have deadline or something, or this creative writing, we need not force ourselves or stress ourselves. Sometimes we can leave a topic and pick a new one. It is not at all a problem. But actually, it's completely our choice to make it. So what I do is like I meditate. I'll just leave off the entire topic itself. I'll do something else. I'll go paint or I'll do some other work, lecturing or something, which will be my second preference. I'll do that later on. I'll just gain it. Or one more practical tip is like if you're going to write on your favorite topic, but that itself will create a writer's block. At that time, you pick something which you hate. You start doing it. Eventually, you will come back to the original format, and then you can write it. Okay, that is how I do it. Yes. So I think I have come to the end of my presentation, and actually I have shared a few knowledge which I have towards these short fictions and blogs. And also, if some of you want to go for publishing, if it is your first publication, you can also opt for Amazon KDP. Okay, Amazon KDP is like the Kindle version where you can self-publish your books. But again, that needs a lot of interest and your curiosity depends. Okay, you have to be curious to do all those things. So one thing is like it's like you have to stay curious. Okay, that is how we can just go with life, because I'm always curious. I'll learn something, I'll do something. I don't know whether I'm best at it or something, but I'll do something, something or the other I'll be doing. So this actually keeps me alive. And I'd like to thank the institution and thank the participants. I really love this crowd. Actually, it gives a very good feeling when somebody responds to you, when somebody listens and gives out an opinion. So thank you all for being such a wonderful audience. And thank you, Sangeeta Priya ma'am, and the other coordinators and organizers for this opportunity. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, it is really wonderful. See, the meaning of workshop we have learned today. See, these 2 days really they are wonderful. You people didn't just allow us to move from our place. So we have learned really, ma'am, so many things. See, because usually we'll attend the workshop, but again it will be like a seminar or a webinar for us. But as the guy said, no, one sir has said, like correctly, ma'am, it is a practical session, no, in the real sense of the term. So we are so grateful to you, ma'am. Definitely one full day we do invite you and give a hands-on training, no, in offline to our students, ma'am. We do invite you soon, ma'am. And now let me request Dr. Yes, ma'am. Can we just go for the final session, ma'am? So let me request Dr. V. Sridevi, Assistant Professor, Department of English and Other Foreign Languages, SRM, Institute of Science and Technology, to run the vote of thanks. Please, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I would like to thank God, the Almighty, for His abundant blessings for the smooth conduct of the function. I would like to convey my special gratitude to the management of SRM Institute of Science and Technology for giving us an opportunity to organize this workshop. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Mrs. K. Yamuna, the resource person for day 2. Ma'am, you have given a clear elucidation as well as a complete overview on creative writing in digital era. I would like to place my sincere gratitude to our director, sir, dean, sir, VP academic, sir, and VP admin, sir, for their motivation and encouragement. I would like to place my sincere thanks to our beloved and honorable head of the department, Dr. V. Rema, for supporting us in all our endeavors. A special and heartfelt thanks to Dr. Sangeeta Priya ma'am and Chidambara Rani ma'am for organizing such a wonderful program. Last but not the least, my sincere gratitude to all the enthusiastic and budding participants who are with us throughout the day, throughout the function, and we expect you all to join tomorrow also. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, you're not audible, ma'am.
So can you hear me? Is it audible? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Now you're audible.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. See, a feedback link will be posted in the YouTube. So you can attend it at your convenient time. So within today, you can just go for it and you can give your feedbacks. All your suggestions are most welcome. Thank you for being wonderful participants. We do expect you in all our sessions. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow. Ma'am, thank you very much, Yamuna ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, Lalita ma'am has asked for my contact, ma'am. Shall I give my mail ID, ma'am?
Can we end the session, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, Lalita ma'am has asked for my contact, ma'am. Shall I post my mail ID, ma'am?
Thank you, ma'am.